This is a story we first told you about last week, and it got a big reaction from a lot of people, including Cam. We'll get to that in a minute. Yes. A new study finds there are more than 600 different viruses living on our toothbrushes and shower heads.
It sounds gross. Cam thinks it sounds really gross. But researchers say these microbes could actually save lives. Mandy Gaither explains in today's Health Minute.
They're damp and warm and perfect environments for microbes. You may not want to think about the viruses that live on shower heads and toothbrushes, but researchers did it for you.
It's unsurprising that we find them there because we find a bunch of bacteria basically everywhere. But what was surprising is how many different viruses we found and how different they looked from anything that we had ever seen before.
Microbiologist Erica Hartman led a study which found something called bacteriophage all over these two environments. While that sounds bad, she says these are not viruses that make you sick. Instead, they infect bacteria, and these could potentially be used to save lives.
For a long time, we've relied on antibiotics to be able to treat infections and save lives. But right now, antimicrobial resistance is one of the biggest public health challenges that we're facing globally. And so there's a lot of hope that we can leverage things like bacteriophage to help treat these infections that we can no longer treat with antibiotic drugs.
Hartman says the hope is that these phages, or something learned from them, will aid in the development of better drugs or improved biotechnologies.
We need microbes to, in our gut, help us digest our food, on our skin, help us to ward off pathogens. And it's actually a really good thing that we are exposed to microbes from time to time.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Hartman says it's important to keep researching and develop new tools and methods to figure out how these microbes work.
Okay, so Cam, are you less grossed out now?
Significantly less grossed out.
See,
So
good
it's
news.
different.
Good.
Well, it's different to have, there's 600 different types of bacteria. That it sounds like that's a good thing. That's a great
good
thing. I think
bacteria.
I'm more offended right now that Mandy Gaither started her package out by saying they're damp and warm. And I think that's the most offensive thing that came out of that about 2-minute package there. But no, that is a great story. That's good news, and it's healthy for us.
You're not as stressed out now. This is great. Cam.
News
I
you
mean,
can use.
still, I'm going to be looking at my toothbrush a little differently moving forward, but that's okay.